Hi, I wanted to show what I have been working with a client. This is an AI agent that is connected to many tools: Figma Scanner, Redis, Figma Processor, PRD Generator, Lovable, and Confluence. And then attach the way that the user communicates with the AI agent is through Telegram. And this is how. And for example, let's say user says find Figma URL, and then it's gonna go through this. Let's go to execution so you can see it. It's running, and it's gonna go through the Figma scanner first. So we have this is can be triggered by the user through Telegram, or also daily, every day at noon it gets triggered. So and then it gets filtered whether user wants to use through email only or Slack only. And in this case, he didn't specify, but this will go through, since he didn't specify, it will go through both paths here. And let's see any executions. It looks like we have something. And now you get this from the AI agent. And I have read Gmails and Slack for those things. And let's see which one we want to use. Speak 3. And here you have how you can reply. It tells you. And in my case, I can just say process 3. You don't have to be exact. It would know, it would interpret whatever what you want to convey. And so now it's running the other sub-workflow, which is Figma processor. And you'll see it here. And I see it already run. It takes some time because first it has to go through the main AI agent, which is running. And then as it succeeds, it passes through this one. And we're gonna see it right now. Okay, so it wants a confirmation found entry. Choose so we are sure that it's getting the right one. And so we say yes, and it goes and it's kind of counts it again. It's a very cool project, and mainly what this does is, as you can see, it already started running, and it extracts the Figma ID, it stores the Figma ID just so we have somewhere to save it, and then gets the Figma frame details, extracts only data we're interested in. This is a lot of coding here, as you can see, JavaScript. And then we do an HTTP request, gets temporary images, URLs, and then just for the sake of getting this into a loop, we started a split out and more code here again. And then it just goes through a loop just so we don't overwhelm the API. So it's divided in that. And then we are using R2, which gives us up to 10 gigabytes of free storage. So that's good. And then we save it for future use in another sub-workflow, so we can call it easily. And let's see. So right now it should be on the main AI agent. So you can see it's running. So it is done running, and now we have something right here. So it says design, it gives you design e-commerce website, what it is about, and some Summer key features. And here, this is a temporary URL that I have created that the automation creates, and it puts it on a certain folder. Each time it's going to be different depending on the Figma URLs. And then and this expires with, I think right now I have it set up to 5 hours, and then it's going to expire just for security reasons. And then we're going to check and see if it's working. As you can see, that's one. That's another image. And that's another image. That's what we wanted. And so yes. Now we're gonna head up to the next, which is proceed to PRD generation, and we're gonna say yes. And now it's getting to this sub-workflow, which is Figma PRD generation. As you can see, it's running, and let me explain it to you a bit. So here we can, the user wants to generate, gets the Figma ID, the Figma data from the previous workflow and everything. So it's easier to get. And then we merge data. Here we divide the path between, so the first path is generate, but we give the user an option every time we're using a sub-workflow with checking back with the human, with the user. So we know that that's what he wants, and he checks that the AI is doing a good job. Or if he wants to edit, then he can say, hey, I want to edit this to this to this. And it would go through here if they want to edit. Everything's the same. It's just this is the difference. So let's check. It's still running. And I just wanted to add that here in the main AI agent, you also have you don't have to only text type here. You can also use this right here, and it gives you that option, so you can use voice clips. It downloads the voice clips and transcribe it to voice text, and it gives you the a good response as well. So let's see, now it's here and it's about to be done. Let me pause this and let me give you some insights to what I was doing here. So as you can see, there's a lot of coding going on here, JavaScript, and then here to go into those. This was to make it the same output as this one, so it works when we merge together. We get the same kind of input coming in. So that was, and then we create a HTML document because it was more in Markdown. So now we create an HTML so that it's good to convert it to PDF. And in this case, we're using PDF Shift to create a PDF document. And then we built a key, so we get somewhere. And then we upload it. And then we save all of this. Okay. And let's see if it's ready. So yes, so here I updated it, so it has this, it's editing this this PDF. So file, it has an extra row to the table with requirement X and description of robot deliverable. Also add in a story that Christian wants an automated mini robot that can do chores for him at home. And here you'll see the original file, PDF file. And as you can see here, there's, pay attention to this last row, and also a here, because it's gonna add something. And then as you can see, we have this. requirement X robot deliverable, and then it just fills this automatically. And then it asks also this user story, ask question, I want an automated mini robot that can do chores for me at home so that I can save time and reduce the daily manual tasks. The purpose of this is to keep everything the same and just edit whatever we want. So then we would go to next stage, which is, would you like to prepare Lovable from this PRD? And I would say yes. And then it would go through this Lovable workflow. Mainly here, what it's doing, it's grabbing the previous outputs, the images URLs I had created. Then also we have the PDF link that also expires after a certain time. We extract, there's some coding involved, extracts all, and then we get it ready to use it. And I think we can see that it's running here. I think it already finished, so it should be here. Yeah, there it is. And it's done. It took 1 minute 26 seconds here in the main workflow. And you can see, okay, so here it tells you copy and paste, submit the following to Lovable. It gives you the link, and then get your app prototype. So we're gonna copy and paste all of this. So copy, and we're gonna go to Lovable, and then we're just gonna paste, and then we're just gonna click submit, and that's all you have to do. Here, you don't need to upload anything. Everything takes care of automatically. You would fetch from the PDF URL, and since every Figma image that we link that we have created, it just whenever we click on that link or access that link, it automatically downloads the image, so we don't have to do anything, and that's why it can access these images so easily. So I'm just gonna pause. So now Lovable is done doing this. Then we're gonna hit publish. Then we're gonna copy and paste as you can see. It tells you please paste your prototype URL in the chat and let me know if it's okay. And yes, you can just say yeah. And this is how the website looks, and everything's done through the Figma URLs and everything. We don't automate Lovable because Lovable doesn't have a public API, but I have make it super easy, so you can just copy, paste, and submit. That's it, and we give you this and everything. So that's as far as I have gotten into the automation. I only have one more workflow to go, which is the confluence. So yeah, I learned a lot here, and I hope you like my automation. Thank you. Bye.